This guy's on my ass. I'm not really liking it. Nice daily 100. Alright, so you guys should know I love my mistress right here. I absolutely love my mistress. But sometimes she's just not enough for me. And what I mean, she's absolutely enough bike. But when we go up to the mountains, I do not like having to twist her out of the frame. With her being an inline twin, I mean, it may not hurt her to run 9,000 RPMs, 10,000 RPMs, but I worry about that with it being a V-twin. I mean, an inline twin. I just don't know if the engines are balanced that well. I'm told they are, but I don't know. When I run up at 9,000 RPMs on the mountain, heavy engine braking and right back in it, like it torque pulls front tire off the ground. When I get through with my ride and I pull in and park, she's puking oil out of the airbox, and I mean puking. You guys may misunderstand how hard I have to push her to keep up with some of the skilled riders. Most of them are on 1,000s, you know, liter bikes, but some of them are on 600s, and I gotta really twist her to keep up with them. And it's not that I want to keep up with them, or I feel the need to keep up with them. That's how I like to ride. Even if they weren't there, I would still ride the same way. And I worry about causing premature engine failure from staying at high RPMs. It redlines. The red line starts at 11. It actually redlines at 13,000 RPM. I've hit 13,000. It doesn't feel good. So, I mean, even at 10,000 RPMs, man, the engine is just screaming. You can actually hear the rotation of the engine. You can actually hear the rotation of the engine over the exhaust. That cannot be good. That cannot be good. At 100 miles an hour, I do not think you should hear the engine. I could see hearing the exhaust scream, but I don't think you should be able to hear the internals of the engine. So that's why I am going to get me another bike. So I've made up my mind about 4 times, and now I'm torn, and I'm not really sure why. So this is a Kawasaki. It's a Ninja 650, and when I went and bought this one, I actually wanted the 636, the ZX6R, and I didn't want to spend that much money on it. And then I saw this one, and I rode it, and it has unbelievable torque for what it is, and it rides so good. It's so flickable. It's a great bike, but she's coming up short a little bit. And I mean, not performance wise really, but I'm worried about hurting it is what it is. So I started my venture again, of going out to look. And after I decided on this bike, I never really thought much about the ZX6R again. And I did hear everybody talking about the R6s and the R1s. So when I decided it was time to go look for another bike, I guess my brain had heard so much about them and was so familiar that I was kind of leaning towards an R6, even though I'd never ridden one. Now, I rode the ZX6R, but I didn't really get on it, you know. It was a brand new bike, and I hadn't ridden in a while. We'll just say a while. And I wouldn't say I was scared of it, but I was out of practice. So I didn't really get on it. And it was a nice bike. I liked it. But for some reason, I started wanting an R6.